everyone, this is Arco Boleno, and welcome back to the Roman Empire with zero taxation. Last time, we reclaimed the city of Rome, most of Italy, and Egypt. This time around, we'll be conquering all of Italy, the Maghreb region, and potentially France or the Iberia region, depending on the situation. This is part 3 in a series where I'll try to restore the greatest extent of the Roman Empire while never taxing my population. If you do enjoy this video, a like would be appreciated, and subscribe to stay tuned for the next part. Without further ado, let's begin. So, we are now in the age of discovery, which has popped up immediately, and for this age, I think it will be best for us just to go administrative, since there are not many incredibly useful diplomatic focuses or military ones, especially because additional merchants is a pretty good source of income, since we are getting most of our income from trade. Let's go ahead and click administrative focus. We are going to go ahead in a few years and declare war on the Mamluk Sultanate. Our truce will be up in 1443. That's when we'll declare war. We also have a casus belli building against the Republic of Perugia, which we'll probably declare war against in order to continue unifying Italy. Hopefully, Spain or Hungary will come and support me for that endeavor. Let's go ahead and declare war on the Republic of Perugia, who is currently in a coalition against me that spans quite a number of people. We're going to go ahead and try to call in Hungary in this war by taking over their debt and calling them in as a result. Let's go ahead and take on the debt of Hungary, which gives us some favors, and we can naturally just repay all the debts that we owe to the Hungarians. We will go ahead and declare war now with the support of Hungary because they're no longer in debt and are willing to support us. Essentially, since we are the one declaring the war, we should be able to get people out of the war a little bit faster than if we were simply in a war by ourselves, and Hungary will help us out to get some of these smaller nations out as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and declare this Restore Roman Borders War, and we will raise our levies in order to, try to defeat them. Thanks to their disorganized nature, we can go ahead and try to pick off some of these smaller armies, and we have hired about 10,000 mercenaries in order to help us with this war. Let's go ahead and pick these guys off. Very, very nice indeed. Here we are, 3,000 dead. We can go ahead and use these mercenary troops, try to pick off more of the troops that are trying to march into our territory. And once we occupy one of these smaller nations, we can go ahead and just full annex them right away. Okay, a year has passed since the war begun, and things are looking alright, I suppose, for us. Let's go ahead and do a few things. First of all, we are going to piece out some of the larger people that are fighting in this war by just allowing them to humiliate me. This is because humiliation only really costs prestige, and who really even cares that much about prestige anyways, since we're gaining enough to get to 100 pretty easily. Let's go ahead and get Provence out of the war. Goodbye, Provence. Let's go ahead and get Milan out of the war. We will worry about Milan later, preferably after we conquer the rest of the city-states in Italy. Seems like Milan does want a little bit more, so we'll go ahead and what do you want? Just some money? Holy, Milan is greedy. Greedy, huh? They really want a lot from me. Oh well, I guess we're not piecing out Milan after all. We can also go ahead and piece out some of the smaller nations now, which is very nice. For example, these guys here, whom we can probably just give to Hungary for now, and have them take administrative control over it, which will allow us to eventually conquer them at the cost of very little aggressive expansion, since they're not in the HRE. Very good. After a few peace outs and a few battles, we're now outnumbering the enemy about 3 to 1, which is probably enough to win, but I am going to continue go ahead here and maybe even hire another mercenary group since all of the troops are focused for whatever reason on the Italian region and not really on any other area. I am also going to make sure to grant a lot of this land over to Hungary so that they may be able to take the brunt of the aggressive expansion, and we can just grab the land away from them later when we feel like it. I think it's a good time for us to go ahead and peace out Milan. We'll get them in 2 different peace deals, so we'll be fine. Let's go ahead, turn up our Diplo spending for a bit, and we'll go ahead, take half of Milan's land, and we'll get the other half next time around. We'll also go ahead and, of course, grab all the land from the other Italian city-states. It will piss off some of the people in the HRE, but what are they gonna do? Are they gonna coalition me? I hope they do, because it won't matter. Here we are. Thank you very much, Milan. I'll have to definitely turn off a bunch of those buildings there, but we'll do that a little bit later, I suppose, maybe after the war. We'll go ahead, try to siege down some of the smaller city-states over here as well, so we can prepare to start attacking Provence pretty soon, and also get into France, as they currently have a high opinion of me, and hopefully we can get them to, well, break their alliance with Spain, and we'll be able to attack them solely. Let's go ahead and take all of Mantua. Very, very nice. Thank you very much, Mantua. We'll go ahead and destroy all of the buildings they have here, which is very good indeed. Only two different Italian city-states left, since Verona has Padua, Parma, and Lucca as their vassals, and will be pretty much in full control of Italy. We'll definitely want to do 1 extra war against Milan in order to make sure they're dead. So let's go ahead and start building a spy network. We'll also do the same against the Duchy of Provence, since their truce with us will be up in only a few years. And finally, I do think we need to get a war go on Egypt soon, so we'll go ahead and try to get one of them as well. There goes Pisa, another important Italian city, now taken over by us. Let's go ahead and sue them for peace. Thank you very much, Pisa, for granting us your land. Unfortunately, a lot of this is going to be rising up pretty soon, because we do have the Catholic Zealots, and we got the Upper and Lower Egyptian Zealots as well, which is quite a shame. Oh, did my subject get cancelled over here? Because I made a subject over here. Yes, the ruler died and we annexed them, so we'll have to recreate them. But we'll do that after the war ends. Let's go ahead and continue sieging down these Italian city-states. Really, all we need is just to siege down Verona. Holy, after 880 days, we finally managed to siege down Verona. Let's go ahead and separate sue them for peace. We're gonna want to take all of Verona and Padua here, and we'll probably just grant some of these cities over to my subjects here. Parma and Lucca should become our subjects directly, which would be very, very nice indeed. Unfortunately, there's no time to be granting out land, because for some reason, Egypt is at war with us, because they supported the independence of Cairo, which is just very annoying, but I guess it is what it is. Let's go ahead and peace out Verona though, making sure that they are definitely annexed. Very good, Verona is gone. Let's march our troops back home to Rome, and also take the city of Perusia. Here we are. Thank you very much, Perusia. Very nice. There we go. Anyone else we should punish? Nope. We should be good here. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Perugia is dead, and Italy, besides for a bit of Milan, is essentially unified. We'll grant land momentarily, but for now, let's turn our attention over to Egypt and make sure that we win against the Egyptians, also perhaps taking some land from them. We have the Reforming the Army event, which is triggered by the fact that we now have more than 10,000 regular troops. Let's go ahead and press the first option. The army shall serve our ruler in order to get more quality. We will remove the decayed theme system, giving us less crown power, and we will replace it instead with one that gives us more discipline and more army maintenance efficiency, while keeping the extra cabinet seat and the possible government reform. Very, very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. We have redefined the monarchy, and we now have a new bureaucracy as well, the Strategarchia, which gives us monthly army tradition and monthly navy tradition. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to afford the positive effects most of the time, since it is pretty expensive to fund this bureaucracy, and we're going to instantly set that to 0. We have an extra government reform as a result of us getting the reformed theme system. So we're going to go ahead and take the bank ledger system, since we have 50 towards capital economy, giving us more merchant maintenance efficiency, more monthly inflation decrease, and more progress towards capital economy. Let's go ahead and do it. Unfortunately, Provence is in the HRE and also in the coalition against me, so currently it's not the greatest idea to attack them, since it pulls in a number of people. Instead, we're going to try our best to attack Hungary and essentially piece out some of the other guys, so that we'll be able to take the Hungarian parts of the Roman Empire. We'll go ahead and do that in 3 years once our truce with them finishes. Another economic change we're going to make is to change our mining law into one that is controlled by the burghers instead of the nobility. We want to try our best to go towards plutocracy because it increases our selling efficiency, and I suppose if we do manage somehow to get to 95 plutocracy, we will also go ahead and reform into a republic, so that we'll be able to get the merchant republic reform, improving our trade income greatly. But for now, the best we can do is just to sit and wait for our plutocracy to eventually tick up. I'm going to continue enacting more reforms which boost our progress towards plutocracy, because we do want this plutocracy value to be as high as possible. We now have the Italian Wars event, which is going to be pretty useless to us since we already control pretty much all of Italy, but I guess we'll go ahead and take it anyways. Of course, we are part of the first Italian League, I suppose. We're also going to go ahead here to our estates and try to revoke the consolidated corruption of the elites, since this is a pretty bad estate privilege. It will only cost us 75 stability, which we should be able to recover from by just naturally recovering our stability. There we go. Finally, the elites are no longer extremely corrupt, and we should see our crown power rise as a result. We're going to go ahead and try to get the elites to 100% work wherever their satisfaction equilibrium is, and we will continue to revoke privileges from them in order to decrease their power, since I do need stronger crown power for better trade income. It is now 1452, and we can go ahead and declare war on the Kingdom of Hungary. We are, in fact, stronger than them, and their allies, Poland, Mainz, and Trier, are currently not at their strongest. We will probably try to separate peace out Poland, but besides that, we should have a fairly good time against the Kingdom of Hungary, taking as much land as we need from them. Let's go ahead and declare this war. Here we are. We'll go ahead and raise all of our levies. Of course, we should probably wait a year so that we can peace out Poland, and then we'll go ahead and assault Hungary. We got some war score against the Kingdom of Hungary, and it's probably a good time to peace them out for now, and we'll fight them again a little bit later. Unfortunately, we can't separate to peace Poland, because apparently the Hungarian Union has that blocked. So instead, we're just going to have to whittle away at Hungary until we get all of their lands that they have, which belongs to the Roman Empire. Let's go ahead and take these 26 provinces. Very, very good. Thank you very much, Hungary. We have a restored Roman borders casus belli on France. Let's go ahead and declare this war. Now you may ask, well, how are we going to win a war against France? I mean, we're so much weaker. We got 122,000. They got 200,000. They're going to have the Pope on their side, sending 50,000 mercenaries our way. How can we win this war? Well, The simple answer is I am planning on declaring bankruptcy. And since our creditworthiness is so low, it really doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and take out the maximum number of bonds that we possibly could. There we go. And we're going to start borrowing an insane amount of money because the people in our country are incredibly rich. And we're going to conquer with debt. We're going to try to raise the largest mercenary army known to man in order to go ahead and conquer France. Let's go ahead and declare the war. We'll be, of course, restoring Roman borders. There we go. Very good. Let's go ahead and raise our levies, but more importantly, we're going to go over to our mercenaries and start hiring every single one under the sun that could potentially support our cause. Let's see, for example, these guys. I'll summon you here. We'll just keep doing that until we have... I am hoping for around 100,000 or so mercenaries, so we definitely have enough to destroy France. We have now 70,000 mercenaries being raised over in my subject of Catalonia. Let's go ahead and get these subjects fully raised. And we are going to probably not even fully finish this war. Instead, we'll be getting as much warfare as we can, so we can take as much land as we can. We don't necessarily need to get the most amount of land possible. We just need to destroy them enough so that we can destroy them again easier in a few years. What is this? Okay, nothing important. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. I'm also currently trying to make a casus belli on Spain, because you will notice that we have built a lot of mercenary troops around the Spanish and French border, so once we finish our war with France, we'll instantly be able to go and fight Spain as well. A perfect strategy. Let's go ahead and do that. Very good. Oh god, is the Mamluks in this war? I sure hope not. Well, hopefully my subjects can go ahead and handle that one. That's quite annoying. But in more important news, our mercenaries have been raised, and we can go ahead and try to invade France now. Let's go in with 70,000 mercenaries. It is costing us a few hundred ducats a month, but who cares? We're gonna go declare bankruptcy later anyways. Let's use our 70,000 mercenaries to march right on in to destroy the French. Very, very good. 27,000. Oh, France actually retreated. Okay, never mind. We didn't manage to kill all the French troops I wanted. That's okay, because the French will be bringing themselves to us yet again. And this time around, I have built up even more mercenary troops with actually 100,000 mercenaries that are ready to go. Did they just retreat there? We should probably go defeat them if they did. Let's start up these troops and fight along the border so we can win insane battles as a result. We won against France as much as we pretty much could. So let's go ahead and take this peace deal, taking 29 provinces from the Aquitaine side of the French provinces. We're going to work our way up war after war. After all, we did kill 211,000 French troops, while we lost 200,000 of our own. Most of them were because of mercenaries, so it's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and peace out France. We'll probably need many wars in order to actually defeat them, but, this is a start. Let's go ahead and take all these provinces. Thank you very much, France. We're also going to go ahead here and declare war on the Kingdom of Spain, I suppose, since there's no reason not to. They don't currently have an alliance with France, so it is to our best interest to declare war on them. We can just use the restored Roman borders casus belli, although I guess we do have some zealots rising up. So we gotta deal with these guys first. We have another government reform as a result of our research. Let's go ahead and do plutocratic ethos in order to improve our progress towards plutocracy even further, since we do want as high of a plutocracy value as possible. Let's go ahead and enact that government reform. We are currently moving 0.23 every month towards plutocracy. That should do another 0.10. And I suppose we can enact some of the other things here in order to improve it even further. Okay, another 70,000 mercenaries has been acquired. Let's go ahead and use that to declare war on Spain. I'm also going to hire some more mercenaries over in Egypt, so we can go ahead and declare war on Egypt as well as land in order to conquer the land they have that is part of the Roman Empire. Let's go ahead and do it on Spain first, though. Our diplomat will be back next month. Very good. There we are. Goodbye, Austria. Thank you very much. We'll co-belligerent Portugal, I suppose. Why not? I would like to get as much land from them as humanly possible. There we go. I guess we can't co-belligerent Portugal. What a shame. We'll restore Roman borders here. Very nice. Spain is now at war with us, and we're going to go ahead and raise up all of our mercenaries. Let's also do the same here with Egypt here, where we can raise up a bunch of mercenaries in order to take their capital and thus restore the Roman borders that they own, which are part of our natural land. We'll go ahead and do that too. And I'm gonna be clicking through this for 10 years, trying to raise enough mercenaries to fight the Egyptians. Don't worry, guys, I've only hired 140,000 mercenaries in the Age of Discovery in 1459. That is perfectly normal and not bad game design at all. We'll go ahead and use this to invade Spain, since we have so many troops. What are they gonna even do? Try to fight me? Because if they do, I still got so much money left in our estate's borrowing reserve that we can raise even more mercenaries without going bankrupt. This is truly the best gameplay of all time. Anyways, we'll go ahead siege down Egypt here as well, since they do not have the same level of debt spending that we do. And we'll be able to take their land. Damn, the mercenary troops are just too strong. We just killed 16,000 of them in one battle with barely losing any men. Let's go ahead and take a few more favorable battles here, since the Spanish are so inclined to give us them. We might as well kill all of their men in exchange. Let's go over here. I think the Spanish are hidden somewhere in here, so we should be able to catch them in a battle fairly soon. Yep, there's 27,000 of them, and there's more here, so we'll try to catch them in a battle. On the Egyptian front, I think we've won a few battles now. Let's go make sure we destroy their armies, and we'll go ahead and continue to destroy and occupy their territory. There goes the army of Spain. Very good, and there are 9,000 dead. Spain is pretty much completely destroyed. They're probably willing to give me a lot of land now, but we're not going to stop here. We're going to continue occupying them until we can get the majority of their land. We're also going to go ahead and occupy Portugal, since they are rather weak, and probably we should also take land from them. On the Egyptian front, their capital is currently being sieged down, but we're having slight troubles fighting them, so I'm just going to go and borrow more money and call in a few more mercenaries. Very well, we have went ahead and sieged down all of Spain, also all of Austria in order to get land from them, and, well, the others are not as important. Let's go piece out Austria first. We're, of course, going to take all of their land over here, which is very, very nice. And it's going to be a lot of aggressive expansion, but at this point, everyone in Europe is coalition anyways, so it really doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and seize these 29 pieces of land. Thank you very much, Austria. It's fine. Who cares if there's a coalition against me? Because I can just ask them to humiliate me in order to get out of it. Let's go ahead and destroy Spain as well. Here is the peace deal that I've concocted. This will make sure that Catalonia gets their land back, and we'll have the land down south in order to declare war on Morocco pretty soon. I do have to improve relations with them, just in case that they join the coalition against me, which would not be very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal. Very, very good. Thank you very much, Spain. Unfortunately, Spain is also quite large, so it's going to take a little bit before we can actually fully destroy them. Let's return all of our mercenaries over to the appropriate spots, and once they expire, we will go ahead and declare bankruptcy in order to get ourselves out of the economic hole that we have of 140,000 ducats. Additionally, here is our peace deal against the Mamluks. We still have a little bit of land that we can take from them that it belongs to the Roman Empire, but we'll do so in a future war. For now, we'll just take all of this. Let's go ahead and do it. Thank you very much, Egypt. the borders are looking very nice. We have now gotten rid of all of our mercenaries. Let's go ahead and declare bankruptcy. We have 170,000 in ducats of loans, which are all going to get dismissed because of one button. Let's go ahead and declare bankruptcy here. Very, very good. There we go. We cleared out all of our loans. We'll go ahead to our country, turn down all our maintenances as to not spend so much money on wasteful activities, and we should start to profit. Let's also make sure to turn up our income from minting a little bit, so that we'll be making sure that we don't go entirely bankrupt. We're also going to go ahead and ask for emergency grants, also perform reduction on the burghers for more money. Let's also go ahead to the nobility and perform reduction as well in order to reduce their loyalty but get more money, and we'll appeal to the commoners for more stability. Excuse me. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to declare war on France in a few years. But once my truce with Spain is over in 1476, we'll declare war on them again. And after that, we'll go declare war on France for another bankruptcy run that's going to conquer more land from both of them. Now that we've taken all the province of Antioch, every location in the province I mean, we can go ahead and get this event here, Antioch reclaimed, giving us 50% integration in the entire province and 50 prestige, which is very, very nice indeed. Thank you very much. Let's continue on the waiting game so that our truces will be over. I am, however, making a casus belli on the Emirate of Tellus so that we can go ahead and fight Tunisia as well as Morocco during the next debt wave. Our truce with France is up, and it is time for us to declare war on them again while they're weak after fighting some other wars. Let's go ahead and declare a war of conquering the Roman border. There we are. We should be good to just use our levies for this, although I will probably raise a few mercenaries just in case, since levies are, well, unfortunately somewhat unreliable. We also do have some professional troops I can use over in Catalonia. You may also notice that our trade income has gone up significantly. That is because I have been building a large number of trade offices in other countries. For example, if you look here, you'll see that a lot of locations now do have trade offices from us, which is giving us more trade income since we get trade capacity in those areas. Additionally, we also have been building more council halls, or whatever they're called, which you can see here. The local councils are currently being built, and we will try to build them as much as we can in order to improve our crown power, which will further improve our trade income. While we do have negative war score, we have killed the majority of France's troops, and we can go ahead and hire maybe a few more mercenary companies and just march into their territory. They should not be able to put up much of a fight now, and our subjects are also going in, so we should be able to get pretty good war score on them pretty soon. We do have the Reforming the Corpus Juris Civilis event, where we can essentially rewrite it in order to double the positive effects from the books of the Basilica bureaucracy. Alternatively, we can just not do that. I think, honestly, I'll go with this first option, even though we're probably not going to use the books of Basilica, since generally the court influence events are somewhat annoying. So we're going to go ahead and press the first option here. In our war against France, we should be able to peace out soon. I'm thinking of doing something like this, so we can go ahead and take the city of Bordeaux, but it's still going to be a little bit since the French are refusing to accept peace for some reason. They don't really like my peace offer. Maybe they will like it now. Nope, I don't know why they don't like it, but I guess I'll go and siege on a few more things. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal. We're seizing, 38 provinces from France, and they only have 284, so I guess some more wars and we'll be able to take most of France. Let's go ahead and do it. Thank you very much, France, for your land. There we go. the French are being cut down, they are now going to start having a reason to join a coalition against me, but not enough yet, so we're perfectly fine. It is almost 1472 though, and in 1472 we must declare war on Tunis. I think Provence also has their truce with us over that year. We'll see if declaring on them is a good idea. Probably is, since Austria's the leader of the HRE and they're pretty weak. So we'll do Provence, Tunis, and Morocco in 1472, and then in 1476 we will go ahead and attack the Kingdom of Spain. Now it's a good opportunity to declare war on Provence, as well as the bunch of random nations that want to join against us. Anyone who has land belonging to the Roman Empire, I will for sure take. This is also a good chance to get rid of Milan, who is the last holdout really in Italy that we haven't conquered. Let's go ahead and restore Roman borders momentarily. Apparently, I can't declare war on Provence because it co-belligerents Austria, which in turn actually makes it so that we suffer 40 stability. That's such BS. Can I declare war on Milan or something instead? I suppose so, but we don't have the casus belli. I guess I'll just have to build a spy network and see if we can get that casus belli before they join a coalition against me. This is absolute BS. Worst case scenario, we'll declare the war on Austria, and we should get Milan regardless. Maybe Provence will join, but it's unlikely unless we declare war on them immediately. Now that we have unlocked the printing press, let's go ahead and grab the Corpus Juris Civilis, which gives us an extra government reform, more cabinet seats, more efficiency of our cabinet, and less pops joining a resistance or rebellion. Let's also go ahead and go for the cabinet laws. Besides that, I'm not sure if there's much we really need. I suppose it would be nice to get additional merchants and organize mercenary payments in order to just get more people to fight for us and get more trade going, since our income is pretty much only trade. We finally have the money to turn down the books of the Basilica bureaucracy, which is giving us minus 100% in state's power, which is very, very nice indeed. In fact, it is even giving more than that for the reason of entrenchment. Very good. This has raised our crown power to 15%, which is making our trade income spike even further. I think we're going to leave this on for now until maybe we go bankrupt or something, just because of how much reduced estate power does actually help with our current situation. It is now 1476, and we can go ahead and declare war on both Austria, which results in us declaring war on Milan and some of the other nations that they're allied with, as well as the Kingdom of Spain. Let's go ahead and do it. Here we go. We're going to restore Roman borders on the Kingdom of Spain. We're going to restore Roman borders on the Kingdom of Austria. Very nice. And you know it. You love it. We're going to take out a bunch of loans, which is going to help fund the hundreds of thousands of mercenaries that we're going to use to fight this war with. There we are. We now have 90,000 mercenaries. Let's go ahead and have some fun, I suppose. We are going to march these guys back since the Spanish army is over there, and we're going to make our way down south so that we can go and fight the Spanish. Let's continue our march down south with our mercenaries. We've won against Milan. Let's go ahead and take all of their land here, except for this, which they will get to keep for now. Very, very good. Thank you very much, Milan. Let's also go ahead and try to invade some of these nations in the border here, and of course we'll be going after Provence here. Spain is defeated. Let's go ahead and take their northern holdings. We're taking 78 provinces, which is very, very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and do it. There we go. Thank you very much, Spain, for your land. This also gives us the Burgos Market Center and the Barcelona Market Center, both of which are going to be very nice for us to improve our trade income. We do gotta remember to destroy the city walls though and the fortifications so that people don't rise up and we have to siege them down for 10 years. Let's go ahead and continue our war against Austria. I am going to also go ahead in a moment here, potentially declare war against Hungary so that we can get some land from them too while we're in this bankruptcy cycle. For some reason, Spain decided to join against me in the war against Austria. I guess we'll go and kill them again. Let's just get more mercenary troops so that I can kill Spain again. Why did they join? Okay, sure, that was very strange, but we're gonna go defeat them regardless. Another resounding victory against Spain. Don't know why they declared that war, but I'll take another 56 provinces. Thank you very much, Spain. Let's go ahead and accept this peace deal. Very good. The Kingdom of Spain is getting cut down dramatically, and they should be dead in a few more wars. Let's go ahead, delete the castles, and I think we definitely want to try to create a conflict battle on Portugal as well, since Lisbon is a pretty valuable market center that we're definitely going to want if we are to survive the current economic expanding. Well, nothing can help us survive the current economic expanding. What I mean, of course, is once we get out of this debt loop. Anyways, we're gonna go here and try to siege down a few more nations before we peace out with the Austrians. Since we still have some land to be gained. We have sieged down Provence. Let's go ahead and peace them out. We are, of course, going to just full annex them here and connect our territories from Italy all the way over to Spain, which is very, very good indeed. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal. Thank you very much, Provence. Your land is now mine. We will have to sort this out momentarily, but for now, let's go ahead and also peace out Austria, where we're going to annex all of Austria, of course, but also use this opportunity to grab some land in France. Actually, now that I think about it, what if we don't annex all of Austria? Could we potentially get even more land in France? Now that would be good. Yeah, that seems pretty nice to me. We can potentially make a subject here in France, the subject of Normandy here, so that they'll be able to control this land pretty effectively, and we'll go after Austria a different day. Seems pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal then. We're going to be taking 29 provinces, 28 of which are from France, just so that we can weaken them and invade them a little bit easier in the future. Let's go ahead and accept this. Very good. There we are. The Roman Empire now has holdings in Normandy. We are also declaring war on these African states here, and we're going to maneuver our armies over in order to invade them, so we can invade Tunis and Morocco in the future. We do have the composed strategicon interaction here, which allows our ruler to get a trait until their death. Seems pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, they got the heavy cavalry power one. Pretty useless to us, but the monthly progress towards offensive is probably going to be pretty useful. Very, very good indeed. I'm just waiting for my spy network to build in Hungary so we can declare war on them later. And once we finish our war with Hungary, we can go ahead and safely declare bankruptcy. Upon second consideration, the Hungarians actually like us quite a bit, which is a bit strange, but they're also out of Bohemia and Poland, making them a bit annoying in order to fight. I think in our case, it is better just declare bankruptcy now and then fight them in the future rather than currently. Let's go ahead and get rid of 90k ducats of debt here by declaring bankruptcy. While we could borrow quite a bit more, there's not really many nations for us to fight at this current time. I guess maybe England, but I want to keep my relations good with them. I want Morocco and Tunis to be on my good side as well, while we take down France and Spain. So declaring bankruptcy seems like not a bad idea here. In fact, I'm curious, how much money would we be losing if we just turned everything down? Oh, well, still a lot because the interest payment is crazy. Let's go ahead and wait out the mercenaries, and once we do, we will declare bankruptcy. Good time for us to go ahead and declare bankruptcy here. Let's go ahead and do it. Very, very good. We have gone bankrupt, which is perfect. Let's turn down the cost of the court, turn down the books of the basilica, and we should go back straight to regular earnings. Very, very nice indeed. In fact, once our crown power recovers, we should actually have even more earnings than before, which is because of the fact that we have conquered more land and have more market centers. The year is 1493, and it's time for us to go declare war on the Crown of Spain and the Kingdom of France again. You may have noticed that I have taken the city of Lisbon. This is because I fought Portugal off camera and made them into a vassal here. So let's go ahead and declare war on Spain. We'll declare war on France next year, and we will declare war on Austria shortly after. Let's go ahead and declare this war. Again, we'll be using the insane amounts of money that we're able to borrow. We can now borrow 500,000 ducats from the estates, which is just insane. So we're going to take out the 3 government bonds that we are allowed to have and start borrowing a bunch of money to be able to afford the most amount of mercenaries you'll ever see in 1493. I'm going to try to hire all the mercenaries possible, although it is a bit annoying to navigate through the mercenary screen, since it shows mercenaries from all the places where we could recruit them, and a lot of them are just in Egypt, which doesn't actually work for our war against Spain. Our truce with France is also up, so let's go ahead and declare war on France as well with the restored Roman borders casus belli. Oh right, we have levies. Oh no. I guess we can disband the levies, but that might take a little bit, yeah. What a shame. Let's try to disband our levies as best as we can so we can declare war on France. I fully forgot about the fact that we still had levies left. There we go. Let me disband all my levies, please. Where are these 200 levies? Oh, there they are. Go die against the Austrians so I can declare war on France. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's go declare war on France now. We are going to, of course, be restoring the Roman borders, and we're going to declare war. Let's raise all of our levies back up, since we do actually need them, and let's see if we can hire even more mercenaries beyond the 100,000 that we already have in order to help us out in this war. Very nice battle against Spain here. Let's go ahead and... Oh! How did the Spanish escape that? Let's go ahead and do that again. There we go. 10,000 Spanish troops dead. Very nice. Let's also go ahead, gather up our Italian levies so that we can go ahead and fight some defensive battles against the French. Spain has been fully sieged down, and we are winning our war against France, as England, Morocco, and Tunis all have joined me in the war against France for some reason. Let's go ahead and tease out Austria by fully annexing them and getting their subject. We can even consider destroying the HRE, which would be pretty cool, but for now, we'll just do with destroying Austria. Let's go ahead and do it. There we go. Thank you very much, Austria. Austria is destroyed, and the HRE is in disarray, I believe, with the leader being Brunswick, much weaker. That's good. And let's piece out the Crown of Spain, of course. This is the peace deal. Oh, why is it a bit above the war score again? That's annoying. There we go. We'll do that. So we're cutting off Spain from all ocean access, and we should be able to full annex them in about 2 wars. At most 3, I hope. We just gotta wait our truces out, though, which is gonna take a while. Let's go take 66 provinces here. Very good. The Crown of Spain has been greatly weakened, and we can start marching up all of these mercenary troops up north to fight the French. Oh, Spain again stupidly decides to rejoin the war against me, which is perfect because I was looking for the opportunity to destroy them again. I must say the Italian wars are just kind of whack like that, where for some reason the nations you just pieced out will randomly join against you again in order to lose again. It really is funny, but I guess we'll make the full use of this situation, since Spain currently has basically 0 troops, but for some reason has decided to join against me in the war against France. So we're gonna make sure they pay by hiring more mercenaries to destroy them. Spain has been defeated yet again. Let's go ahead and take another 49 provinces from them, since they're so willing to give us their land. Here we are. Thank you very much, Spain. They are now squarely in the center of us, looking pretty cool. Anyways, let's march our troops up north and see if we can get this victory against France pretty soon. Holy, Spain is back, baby. They're back in the game. They just declared war on me again. I guess they really want to die faster? I don't even know what's happening. I guess I'll just raise some levies, get a few mercenaries, and defeat them again. I think what's been happening is because there's over 90% tension in the Italian wars, they are just breaking our truce over and over again with us, and then clicking the intervening war option to help France. So as long as we fight France, and Spain and France do have an alliance, we can essentially take Spain for free, which is absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and start raising more mercenaries so we can go ahead and destroy Spain again. Here we are, another great peace deal against Spain. Honestly, Spain, please just declare war on me again so I don't have to wait to defeat you. This has been great. I can just take infinite land from Spain because they keep on declaring war on me. Let's go ahead and do it. Very good. The Roman Empire grows yet again. We're now larger than ever. And, Spain, just declare war on me again. And you'll get your country taken, which is great. I'm sure they will do that. We should probably also start dealing some forts, just because the Catholic zealots are not going to be happy with this situation. So we're going to make sure that it's easier for us to actually defeat them by deleting all the forts that could rise up here. We'll continue our war against the French. Hopefully we could get Paris in this war. Although, if that ends up being too costly, then I suppose we will get it next time. We have just embraced the new world, which means we can finally go ahead and get that naval governor. Although currently, I don't think I'll be able to put it in Constantinople because of the fact that there is technically a direct connection over to it, but if I could, I would. Instead, we'll probably just place it in London whenever that comes to be, since we will need to take England in order to reach the greatest extent of the Roman Empire. Our war against France is going well as well. They only have 45,000 troops left, meaning that as soon as we take Paris, we should be able to... Oh, and there we go. We've taken Paris. Look at the number of pieces of art that we got. That's incredible. Let's go ahead and piece them out. I think it will be good for us to... Oh, why is this so low? What on earth? Okay, I gotta reset their war enthusiasm or something. Holy... Their war enthusiasm just shot up. We gotta do a month tick to fix that. And here we go. The Kingdom of France has been absolutely defeated. Let's go ahead and sue for peace here in order to get all of this nice land. We'll be taking 45 provinces, including the city of Paris, so that we'll be able to get this market center that's absolutely enormous. We're also just taking land so that we get rid of some of their forts for future. And let's go ahead and take this peace deal. Unfortunately, it'll be a while until we can fight them again, but that's okay. Here we are. Thank you very much, France, for your contribution. I will give a lot of this land, of course, over to my subject Normandy. However, I will keep the city of Paris, or I guess in this case, Lutetia, for myself, since it is such a nice trade center. Let's take a look. So in terms of markets, the Lutetia market is absolutely ginormous, which is very nice for us indeed, and we should be getting some nice trade value from there. I am, of course, going to go for bankruptcy pretty soon, but before I go for bankruptcy, I'll take out the maximum number of loans possible so that I'll be able to build some things in the country. I've gone ahead and spent, approximately 250,000 ducats on just building things for the nation. They will be finished in a year or so, so we'll declare bankruptcy probably in about 2 years, just so that our nation can become a little bit more financially viable, so that after bankruptcy, we will have a fun time with a much more developed nation. Now it's a pretty good time to go ahead and declare bankruptcy. We have indeed borrowed about 400,000 ducats, and, well, that's not sustainable. So let's go ahead and declare bankruptcy. It will only really be 5 years of issues, so there's not much to fear. Let's get rid of 400,000 ducats of debt. We will, of course, turn down all of our investments here in order to reduce our spending, and we should be good to get positive income. I will, of course, probably have to close down a few buildings as well, but that shouldn't be an issue. The burghers of our nations are also willing to give us 42,000 ducats for fun, so let's go ahead and grab those. We can also go ahead and perform reduction on the nobility for another 1,000 ducats, and I suppose the commoners will give us more stability, so we barely even have negative stability to start out with. We will also go ahead, close down some of the buildings that we're not using. I built a lot of merchants' quarters and stuff while we were in the bankruptcy run. Some of those are maybe not the most profitable, which I will close. Others I will keep open. We can also turn the legitimacy down to 0 now, since we can no longer afford the cost of the court. One other change I'm going to make here is that since we do have 50 towards plutocracy, we're going to go ahead and replace the plutocratic ethos with something better. Let's go ahead and change it with the plutocratic monarchy, increasing our trade income by 10% while reducing our maximum tax. Now, you may notice that maximum tax has no actual effect on our campaign because of the fact that we're not taxing our people at all. But the extra trade income can be incredibly helpful as it increases the amount of revenue we have. So we're going to instead switch over to plutocratic ethos, which is going to bring in even more trade income into our country. We have just won the Italian wars because, well, we pretty much own all of Italy. We get the Fortio Quo Fidelius, which gives us prestige, more stability, more crown powers, and a Italian administration center. We also get the administration of Italian lands law, and our king, unfortunately, or our emperor, unfortunately already quite old, is going to get quite a lot of ability, which is very good indeed. There we are. Here's the law. I guess we can do, what is this? We get extra crown power, more legionaries, and more pop simulation speed. Or we can do direct rule, local autonomy, and tribute system. I think, frankly, we'll go with the first option, since extra crown power and more simulation just seems like a really nice idea. I suppose the production efficiency would be more useful if I was playing a game where I could do taxation. Now that we're able to build such a center, I think maybe it'll be wise to build an Italian administration center over in Ferrara instead of a local governor. I'll just build that there, and we'll wait for it to finish so we can destroy our local governor. Well, guys, we have just been proclaimed as the economic hegemon, despite not taxing our people at all. I've accomplished this because I've turned on honorary titles, which is not reducing our crown power anymore. I've turned on the books of the Basilica, giving us less estates power, and I've turned on the Strategarchia, which is giving us less nobles power. This combined with the fact that we have now gotten the plutocratic monarchy, as well as our values being far towards plutocracy and capital economy, and Latitinas, giving us more selling efficiency, has led us to become the economic hegemon, despite the fact that we're not taxing anyone at all. In fact, we are currently 2 hegemonies. I guess we could theoretically get the military one, maybe a little bit difficult, but we now have the most amount of income per month as a result of our insane trade income. We've also just reached 100% towards Latitinas, which is very, very good indeed, since the extra selling efficiency is only going to make our trade income profits increase as we go forwards. It is now time for us to kick the Spanish out of Iberia. Let's go ahead and declare war on them. For some reason, Baden wants to join. Who cares? I mean, Spain is pretty much finished. They have very few troops left. They have very little of anything left. Let's go ahead, gather up our armies, and we will finish them off. We will, of course, also declare war on France later this year when our truce with them finishes. I am planning on not going bankrupt this time and just paying for the mercenaries myself. But if I need to take out a few loans, I probably will as well. Spain is pretty much dead. They will be sieged down in a couple of months. But it is time for us to go ahead and declare war on France. And for this occasion, I've raised about 60,000 mercenaries for now. I will probably raise just a little bit more to help with France, but for now this should be enough since they do not have the most number of levies, and we can get their allies out within a year. Let's go ahead and declare war on France, not declare France, I don't know what that would even mean. There we go, we're now at war with France. Unfortunately, nations like England will not randomly join us this time, but that is okay, we will try our best to win it on our own. Spain has been sieged down. Let's go ahead and occupy all of it, take money, and make them into I guess we'll make them to a fiefdom in order to see all of the provinces that they have. This should be good. Let's go ahead and do it. Here we are. Spain is completely destroyed and kicked out of kicked out of Iberia. And now we can focus our efforts purely on the war in France. Currently, we have unfortunately lost a few battles, but we should be able to get that back pretty soon. We now have a 100% war score, well, 55%, but we can get a 100% war score against France. I'm going to take exclusively the border provinces in order to prevent any of the Germanic city-states from, destroying France, so we can get all of France for ourselves. Let's go ahead and take 60 different pieces of land here. Very, very nice indeed. Our mercenaries are making short work of the French troops, which is very nice indeed. Let's go and fight them here. Very, very nice. We'll continue to destroy the French troops so that we can occupy their territories freely. While we're waiting for our truce with France to be over, we have gotten a bit of economic buildup. First, we went ahead and annexed our subject Parma with the disloyal subject Casus Belli, since we were not going to annex them diplomatically because they were too disloyal. We also went ahead and researched the trading hub, which is very nice indeed, since it is giving us a lot more trade advantage and market attraction. This is also why we are now making a lot more money, including the fact that we now have many sources of selling efficiency, from plutocracy, Latentinas, trade fairs, talented traders, strengthening the right of the burghers, and the entrepreneur trait from our ruler, which is all contributing to a great amount of trade income that is now surpassing over 4,000. This is great, since we are by far the richest nation in the entire world, which is very nice indeed, and we can definitely afford mercenaries without having to go bankrupt again. One other thing that I've implemented is to do with crown power and control. We have went ahead and built a local governor here in Valiositum, and you can see that I'm building a lot of roads in order to improve our proximity. Same here with Avino, which has become a local governor spot. I think, honestly, in the future, I might take away the local governor from Naples if Rome can reach it and place it in Paris or something once we do get up there, just so that we can exert more control over our land, which is going to improve our crown power. Generally, the more control, the better, since we really need that in order to increase our research speed as well as our crown power, and currently the control of our country is pretty weak. I've also gone ahead and made the Neapolitan culture a kindred one, so we have went ahead and accepted the Castilian culture, which means that any state we incorporate from Castile will have a flat 20% control, which is very nice indeed. Our truce with France has finished. Let's go ahead and declare war. We will call in a bunch of other people, but we're going to fight them. I'm going to peace out Brandenburg, Mainz, and Alba, but I am going to go for the Praha market center, since it is such a nice one in order to get more trade income. Let's go ahead and use the restored Roman borders Casus Belli, and since I want to see if I can finish off France before the Age of Discovery ends, I am going to be trying to truce break them, perhaps even twice, in order to get all of their land before the Age of Discovery ends. Let's go ahead and declare war. Of course, we'll be using our tried and tested mercenary strategy. We have went ahead and raised about 70k mercenaries, which should be enough, since France is rather weak, and the biggest threat, honestly, is Bohemia, but I have also built up my own professional army that will match Bohemia's, so that should be fine. Let's go ahead and start gathering up our troops and invading the foreign lands. The Bohemians have decided it's a good idea to siege down Vienna, despite our mercenary army being right nearby, so let's go ahead and punish them there. 11,000 dead mercenaries are just so strong if you have a lot of them. That's crazy. We'll continue sieging down France as well. They're not doing much better, and it's almost October, meaning we can soon go ahead and peace out the entire coalition or entire alliance except for Bohemia. There we go. We have basically killed the entire French army, although somehow they still got 70,000 troops on their side, which is just, I don't even know where they're getting their troops from. Probably just from random subjects that they have. We also have to liberate a bunch of our land in order to reduce their war score, and we should be good to peace them out in about a year. After that, we'll immediately declare war on them again, which, I don't want to do, but is unfortunately necessary. We're also going to start heading for Prague here, since we have sieged down the force necessary. We'll go take these two cities and then go take Prague, so that we'll be able to get this market center. I just realized with our casus belli, it's actually impossible to take the city of Praha, because it is restored Roman borders, and, well, Bohemia is not part of Rome. So instead, we'll just take 5,000 ducats, give us war reps, annul your treaty with France, and we should be good. Goodbye, Bohemia. Hopefully, we'll never have to fight again. I'll be marching my troops back over to the French side. Let's go ahead and also improve relations with them. Oh dear, why do they hate us so much now? Antagonism? Well, that's a shame. I guess they'll be our enemy for the rest of the game. Not much we can do there. But we should have France pretty soon. In which case, we'll be getting as much of their land as possible. France has been sieged down. Let's go ahead and sue them for peace. We will be taking 63 provinces here, and we will be declaring war on them as soon as we get our casus belli. Let's go ahead and take all of these pieces of land. Very good. France is now extremely weak with only 91 provinces. Of course, I guess after this research, let's go ahead and go to the Age of Renaissance and make sure we get the recurrent warfare technology in order to make sure that we suffer a little bit less stability. I think we can definitely boost our stability again, and we'll just end up with about 0 stability by the end of it. Let's get more money as well. Very good. And we'll immediately start creating a casus belli as soon as our diplomat comes back from France. We have another war goal on France. Let's go ahead and declare a Restore Roman Borders War, which will cost 46 stability, the exact amount that we currently have. Here we are. It will also increase our antagonism a bit, but at this point, does that really even matter? Pretty much everyone in the vicinity of Europe is coalitioning us anyways, so we'll just go ahead and declare this war on France. Here we go, we already got our troops ready. Let's march right on in, and we should be able to defeat them within a year or so. Here we are, France has been defeated. Let's go ahead and peace them out in order to grab the majority of their land, and hopefully after this, a lot of their subjects will become disloyal, in which case we'll be able to sue them out separately in the next war, since I do want to full annex all of France's subjects as well, and we can't grab the land here since it is outside the Roman borders, so just simply getting all of France's subjects is not really the best option. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal. Thank you very much, France. There we go. The French have been cut down to such a small extent. They're currently also fighting a war against England, which is interesting, but that's not of importance to us, because what we'll want is to simply create another casus belli against them in order to get another war goal. Final truce break here in order to destroy France. Let's go ahead and press the Restore Roman Borders casus belli yet again. We're going to go ahead, of course, and also get more stability from our peasants in a few months. But for now, let's go and siege down the rest of France while we still can, since England is going after them. The Age of Reformation has indeed arrived. And unfortunately, England, who has also declared war on France, will not just peace them out so we can grab all of France's land. This is actually really annoying. But for the Age of Reformation, let's take a look at what we should do. For the Age of Reformation, let's go for the diplomatic focus, mostly because of free trade, trade manipulation, and the fast negotiations, giving us a lot more benefits to our trade. Let's go ahead and select the diplomatic focus and just wait out England so they can peace out Alba here. Very good. We have just been proclaimed as the military hegemon, giving us more war score efficiency and allowing us to use soldiers as workforce. We're definitely going to expand our professional army even further though, since 23,000 is not nearly enough. I am hoping that Switzerland liberates this area from France so that we can full annex them, but we'll see what happens. We're just waiting for Switzerland to try to peace out France in the coalition war, and hopefully they liberate this area so I can just take all of France and get all the subjects they have. Unfortunately, France also has some other territories overseas, so we're not going to be able to actually take all of their land. What a shame. Let's instead just take this peace deal. We'll be grabbing 40 provinces, and we will leave a little bit of France to be conquered later, since we cannot do it all at once. What a shame that is, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and take this peace deal. Thank you very much, France. We have basically taken over all of France at this point, with the exception of a few subjects of France, which we will take over later. That's all I got time for in this video. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've done. First of all, in terms of control, this is our proximity map mode. We have a local governor in Naples, a local governor in Ferrara, which is the Italian administration center. We have one in Avellino, and we have one in Vallisoletum. Incredible pronunciations, guys. Anyways, this is our actual control map mode. You'll see that we've went ahead and accepted the Castilian culture, which is why we're getting more control in this area. Since we do have the Greek and the Neapolitan cultures as kindred, we can probably also go ahead and accept the Francian culture soon, as long as we get more cultural capacity. In terms of population, our people more than tripled during this campaign, and including that of subjects, we probably have approximately 45, maybe even 50 million people now, which is very nice indeed. This is the cultures map mode. You can see that we haven't managed to do much conversion, although the Latin culture is starting to show up a little bit now. You'll see that 5% of our country is Latin, with 2 million in our country being Latin. This is also partially because I've been doing assimilation cabinet actions, which are doing much of the heavy lifting, but certainly the natural spread is somewhat happening, I suppose. It is kind of slow. Religion-wise, you'll see that it is really a mixture of different religions. Catholicism is currently the greatest religion in the nation, but there is also quite a bit of Lutheran, as well as Orthodox in the country. This is the actual breakdown, in case you're curious. Of course, Catholicism is going to be the greatest, since all the countries we're conquering is Catholic. Finally, let's take a look at our economy, which is purely funded by our trade income, which is incredibly ridiculous. The reason behind this is because we have a really high selling efficiency and a really good trade income share from our plutocratic monarchy, and the fact that we now have 33% crown power. I went ahead, in terms of buildings, and built every single counting house possible. Well, we just covered some land from France, so, we gotta kill those up, as well as every single counting hall possible before we conquered all of France. This also includes all the trading hubs, all the entrepots, etc. So in most markets, we are making absolute bank. You can see that, for example, in Venetia, we are making 1,200 ducats of profit a month, with our crown getting 660 ducats of that. And this is true in many places where our profits are in the hundreds, if not thousands. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and watching me become the economic hegemon without ever taxing my population. Please do like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to stay tuned for the finale of the series, where we'll be trying to restore the full extent of the Roman Empire. One extra thing, I will be going on vacation next week, so expect the final part of this series to come out at the start of September. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.